Jamie, Arteta is furious, speaking not long after the final whistle had gone in that game, so perhaps understandably. Arsenal are furious a day on and have released that very terse statement about the level of officiating in the league. What do you make of it?
I think this thing of clubs putting statements out, I think it's just got to stop. Obviously, we saw that with Liverpool. I didn't agree with that. I don't agree with what Arsenal have done today in terms of putting a statement out. I think sometimes a lot of those statements will come on the back of the manager is the most important person at the club. He'll be furious. He's emotionally involved. I think Mikel Arteta mentioned the fact that, I'm the one from the club who's going to come out and speak about this. And maybe he said, well, the club, you need to back me as well. We need to sort of be on the front foot about this as a club, really, and let everyone know how unhappy we are. But we can't have clubs coming out every time there's a referee mistake and put a statement out about the quality of VAR or the referees. Managers and players make mistakes as well. There's no doubt we all get frustrated when our own team is involved and you can become a little bit more emotional. And I said last night, I actually liked the TV interview from Mikel Arteta. I didn't agree with what he said, but so often we hear interviews where it's just, cliches and talking about different things. That was a manager showing his frustration, his passion. He needs to win the league, not needs to win the league, but he's desperate to win the league for his club. And he feels wronged in the game, so you can understand that a little bit more. But this putting statements out has got to stop. And this thing also of every time a team has a bad decision against them, the manager comes out and wants an apology from Howard Webb. It's just like, listen, officials have made mistakes in the past, they make them in the future. We hope there's less because of VAR, and I know there's frustrations and it hasn't been perfect this season, but managers and players make mistakes as well. So this nonsense about putting statements out has got to stop.
Do you think that the standard of refereeing is high in the Premier League? Do you think it is high enough?
I don't think it has been a great season in terms up until we are right now, in terms of some of the officiating and different things that have gone on with VAR. But when you look at the frustration of Mikel Arteta, the frustration comes that he's lost the game. For me, the goal should stand. There's a lot more other managers who've got bigger things that have gone against them this season where I can understand it. I'm thinking the first one that comes to mind is, again, on the back of this weekend, is Gary O'Neill. It feels like they've been involved in about 3 or 4 this season where you can really understand him coming out and being on the front foot or his club. I'm not saying you should be putting a statement out, but you really get that frustration.
Brighton have had a couple of decisions.
Brighton have had a couple. Obviously, you had the Liverpool situation that was just almost unique and bizarre in some ways, so you could understand sort of Jurgen Klopp being fuming about that. But I certainly don't think what we saw yesterday was enough for Arsenal to be putting a statement on. And it's not me defending referees. I've said I don't think the standard this season or the decisions that we've got to at times have been great. But this whole thing of apologies and statements, just stop it. Nonsense.